Midas, here's a very important video. I'm going to explain to you guys why the Bitcoin meta is finally here and why you need to invest in those Bitcoin related stocks as I foresee that in the future, possibly the next few months, when the FOMC cut rates and the crypto markets skyrocket, you're going to see all Bitcoin or crypto related stocks skyrocket. So disclaimer, everything said in this video is only for educational purposes. Make sure to always do your own research. So what are some examples of these hypergrowth or these meta stocks? So like we have AI, the AI meta, the space meta, flying cars meta, data centers for AI meta, data providers for those AI companies, quantum computing. These are all sectors that in the previous months I've been posting videos about them. They have all skyrocketed because of these people trying to invest in those speculative technologies that the US plan to invest in over the next 5+ years. I think you would have seen that Trump and the US have signed a contract with Saudi Arabia. I think Saudi is giving them around 600 billion to invest into the US markets for AI technology development. This is very bullish for technology and for AI in general. So I can easily see AI pumping. But if you look behind AI, what's the next emerging sector is digital technologies, which is crypto. And that's why, or one of the main reasons why I believe that the Bitcoin meta is finally here. So this is based off of narrative investing, where I can predict when a technology stock will pump by front running the narrative of a sector before everyone else. I was able to predict Big Bear AI with Trump investing in defense before his inauguration, with many government contracts landed, with IonQ leading the way for quantum computing. I found QBTS and Rigetti because people were concerned about quantum hacking Bitcoin. I found that as a key reason why Bitcoin was emerging, so people got scared. Therefore, the stock skyrocketed. But also the fact that IonQ was the main stock for quantum computing, and the next best stocks were D-Wave and Rigetti. So especially during a bull run, hype is all that matters. You're gonna see this a lot with the markets, where in the last couple of months, the market just easily swung 30% in a day just off of what Trump says. Right now, the market in stocks, not just in crypto, but I feel like it's basically a meme market where it's traded based off of news, and the fundamentals don't really matter as much right now. So this is my reasoning as to why Bitcoin is this next meta or hyper growth sector. There's lots of Bitcoin adoption. First of all, we have Trump, the first crypto president, who's endorsing Bitcoin and crypto every day. We now have Bitcoin ETFs, BlackRock investing in Bitcoin, financial institutions, countries, and just tech companies. Bitcoin now, it's such a mainstream investment that you're going to see Bitcoin have headlines in the next couple of months. Like I mentioned, with the first crypto president of Trump, we have in his cabinet David Sachs, who is the crypto and AI czar, who is implementing regulations and policies for digital assets. With Bitcoin, altcoins adoption, etc., crypto is becoming a lot more legitimate as an investment compared to how it was in 2021 when it was such a speculative and volatile asset. I think with so many adoption of Bitcoin, we might even see Bitcoin just stay flat at 200K, or if it ever crashes down to 100K, that might be the next bottom. So analysts are predicting Bitcoin will hit 250K USD this bull run, especially with the swing that we recently encountered with Trump canceling the tariffs, just delaying it with China, and Bitcoin swinging back to now over 100K. I'm very bullish that it will hit double the price of what a Bitcoin is worth today. There's also a high chance of altcoin ETFs with Solana, XRP, and Doge in Poly Market, where people are able to bet live onto, you know, whatever's happening around the world. So how, you might be wondering, how will Bitcoin affect the markets? Well, we know that the stock market is very correlated to the crypto markets and vice versa. So if Bitcoin dominance goes up with BTC up, this will first target into the companies that are holding Bitcoin. And the company that's holding the most Bitcoin in the world is Strategy or MicroStrategy. Plus those Bitcoin ETFs, they will skyrocket in value. Then from there, this will bleed into the Bitcoin miners who are been mining Bitcoin every day. The supply is now cutting short, so Bitcoin is going to skyrocket eventually with these Bitcoin miners. Then from there, it's going to go into those Bitcoin owning companies like Tesla, Soul Strategies, Block, or Square. All these companies are gonna that own Bitcoin on their balance sheet will go up in value. Then we're gonna have Ethereum leading into the altcoin run, where altcoins are gonna be pumping in value. And then finally, the meme coin craze is also gonna go pumping up because people are gonna want to invest in crypto. And the next flashy thing of investment that can make a lot of money very quickly are meme coins. So once Bitcoin dominance goes up, the stock market will also pump, creating those new all-time highs, and therefore that will be the peak of the bull run. So companies I'm betting on with this Bitcoin meta are the established companies. So this means MicroStrategy, also known as Strategy, which owns the most Bitcoin in the world of I think around 500K Bitcoin now. Coinbase, the leading crypto exchange with 9,000 BTC, conducts the most crypto transactions every day. I believe it was just added to the S&P 500, but just in general, it is the only centralized exchange that is live on the stock market, and I have high hopes for this stock. Tesla, they own 11K Bitcoin. Elon Musk and Doge. So Elon Musk, just being into the Doge team, as well as endorsing Dogecoin, I think Tesla's going to go up in value just because of the whole switch of Bitcoin as well as crypto, or as well as Elon is pretty bullish on crypto. With BlackRock, the iShares Bitcoin Trust, they own so much Bitcoin. They're basically a Bitcoin ETF, well, which they are, or a custodial for Bitcoin. So that value will also go up when Bitcoin increases in value. Moving on to the Bitcoin miners. So Hive Digital Technologies, it's the most green Bitcoin miner, as well as provides data centers for AI. So it's therefore a play for Bitcoin as well as AI, very similar to MBIS and APLD. They own 2.3K Bitcoin. Hut 8, another company I've made a video on this channel. They provide data centers for AI and I believe are working with Eric Trump in order to create their own Bitcoin miner for America. They own 10,000 Bitcoin. And Mara Holdings, which owns the most Bitcoin out of all the Bitcoin miners, having 40,000 Bitcoin. Now, for the companies that are adding Bitcoin to their balance sheets, we have Block. So this is the founder of like Square. They own 8.2K Bitcoin. KULR, which is a space company, they own 610 Bitcoin. And Genius Group owns 440 Bitcoin. Want to highlight that I believe many companies are going to start adding Bitcoin as soon as the top players, like the FANG level companies, add Bitcoin. It's going to be so bullish that if any company like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, or Apple just add it to the balance sheet in order to retain some of the value of the cash they hold, every company is going to want to jump on it. It will become an arms race to who can collect the remaining Bitcoin left in the world, since Bitcoin is scarce. Now, for the companies holding altcoins, we have Robotics, which is the sex robots company I have listed on this channel. They own 3,000 Ethereum and 10,000 Solana. And Soul Strategies, they own 160,000 Solana and they own 3.16 Bitcoin. But yeah, that's all I have for today. This is the video on the Bitcoin meta and why I'm so bullish on crypto companies and Bitcoin companies that are in the world. I can see crypto doing numbers in the next couple of months, so stay tuned. I'll keep posting more videos on these topics. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.